Hi guys, welcome to Simply Scuba. So we're taking a closer look at what is new for October. So this is usually kind of the end of the season, but actually the brands are beginning to show off their new stuff. So actually we do have some new bits and bobs. Let's take a closer look. Okay, first up we have a teeny tiny BCD. This is the Marez Rebel. So this is basically a Kids BCD, obviously. So this is a pretty much one size fits all, despite it having 3XS kind of on it. But what it does have is it has these two separate buckles so that the BCD can basically grow with your child. So they can get used to a BCD, they can get used to a sort of a grown-up inflator, they can get used to how it sort of feels and being underwater, and then as they grow up, you don't have to buy them a completely new BCD. You've got another range of adjustment in there, so it can kind of grow up with them, and then once they grow out of this, then they can get into an adult-sized BCD. So if you've got a kid that wants to get into scuba diving, this is definitely worth taking a look at. Next up, for all of you who can wear a grown-up size BCD, we have the Mares Magellan. So this is basically a travel size wing. It's very similar to like the Bolt and the Pure, but what they've changed mainly is in the shoulder straps. So these shoulder straps have these very, very unique sort of delta shapes, so that when it's actually on, there's very little around your shoulders, so you get a real freedom of movement, and the whole thing weighs very little, so it's quite easy to travel with this thing. It's very comfortable. I just tried this one on. Lots of padding, so very, very soft against your skin. Even if you're just wearing a rash vest, you will be comfortable. It's wing style as well, so all the inflation's behind, so you'll stay nice and horizontal in the water. It kind of ticks all the boxes for me. This is the Mares Magellan. Next up from Mares, we have the Avanti Pure fins. So these are a sort of much smaller version of the Avanti. Granted, this is like the smallest size they come in, but they are a really short, compact little fins. So these are basically, they're open heel. You're designed to wear them sort of bare feet as well. So they're a traveling fin. They are incredibly light as well, so sticking with the travel market, but because they have this adjustable sort of bungee heel, you don't have to fiddle around with straps and ratchets and all that kind of stuff. You adjust it once and then it kind of fits you. Very easy to sort of put it on the back. Despite having this big sort of clunky thing on the heel section, it is actually quite comfortable when it's sort of around your Achilles tendon. This section is very, very soft and pliable, so even if you just sort of barefoot, it is comfortable, and you still have the same amount of propulsion as you do with a normal size fin. So yeah, if you're going on a snorkeling adventure or just sort of scuba diving, but you're trying to keep your sort of baggage weight down, then definitely take a look at the Avanti Pure. Next up, we have the slip-in sock. So this is a very simple sock, but it's not always designed for your feet. It's actually designed so that you can put it on your hands as well. So this is for your dry suit divers. So you put it on, especially if you're wearing sort of jewelry or whatnot, and it just means that you can slip into your wetsuit or your dry suit that much easier, and then pull it off, and then you're in. Because a lot of the times it gets kind of sticky trying to get into your dry suit. This just makes it a lot easier. Same again, you can wear it as a regular sock if you really wanted to, but this is primarily for getting your hands in and out of wetsuits and dry suits. And finally, we have Bioseal. So this is a unique material. This basically goes around your neck and it's got to protect it from that sort of latex neck seal. A lot of people react to latex, so it's quite nice to get something against your skin. This is very, very stretchy, nice and flexible, and very squidgy as well. So it sort of acts as a physical barrier between your neck and the actual neck seal, so it doesn't dig in quite so much. So it just makes it that little bit more comfortable. Also, if you have a split seal as well, it creates a very effective sort of seal, sort of branch around that, so it's very good for dry suits, especially if you kind of torn a neoprene neck seal as well. This is just going to create an effective seal. So you can wash it obviously and sort of reuse it as many times as you want. This is Bioseal. Okay, so they were all the new bits for October. They are all obviously available on our website, simplyscuba.com. We also have one offer that's running at the moment. This one comes from Aqualung. So if you buy a pair of their phaser fins and a reveal mask, you get them at a much cheaper rate. So if you need a new pair of fins and a mask, that's definitely worth looking at. Other than that, don't forget to check out our Teesprings account. We're going to add in some new designs for October, some new sort of clothing ranges and whatnot, so check that out. A link's just popped up somewhere around me. As always, thank you for watching, guys, and of course, safe diving. We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.